Good evening, folks. I just wanted to hop on here on Facebook because I wanted to talk about something that's really, really important. And first and foremost, it would appear that this whole pandemic thing is not going away anytime soon. So, dare I say that we're entering into the new normal, or we have already entered into the new normal, but definitely temporary. So now, what I'm hopping on here, I was teaching a course to a local fire department this last weekend. I was talking to their chief and their officers, and part of the leadership challenge that we all are facing are how do we navigate uncertain times. And from the fire service perspective, it's not about pumps and hoses. It's about how do they navigate the stress and the turmoil that accompanies work-life balance and all those other things. And as you know, part of my journey, or my purpose, I guess, is to help take the lessons that I've learned over 30 plus years in emergency management and response and help entrepreneurs and people lead better. And one of the topics that has been coming up more and more, and the universe has really set it up for me. It kind of teed it up, and because just over the last 2 or 3 weeks, all of these phone calls, I've been getting a lot of inquiries about how to navigate these uncertain times. And I'd like to speak to you. Just indulge me for a little bit, and we'll talk about values-based leadership versus, say, rules-based. So, what is a value? Well, a value is like it's like an inner kind of compass. And without going into a ton of detail and a long diatribe, we get our values primarily, at least initially, from our family, from our parents. They give us a sense of what's important. That's really what a value is, and it's an internal kind of measurement, if you will. So, for example, my number one value is respect. And there's a whole bunch of effective exercises that I've gone through to make that happen, or, to come up with that. But values are really, really important in uncertain times, even more important than they are when everything is smooth. The reason for that is if you are a values-based leader, or a values-based organization, or a values-based team, then what it means is you're guided not by rules, not by the binary black and white of thou shall, because rules really work well in very specific circumstances and environments. Like that, there is a place for rules. But when we're talking about leadership, particularly during tumultuous times, uncertain times like we're finding ourselves, values-based leadership gives us so much more efficacy with regard to how we influence others. And it gives us a sense of direction when there is no clear rule around it, which is what crisis and which is what COVID has done for us. So it's important for us to first and foremost recognize that we want to move less rules-based and get more towards values-based. So if I was to use the respect value as an example, I would tell you that when I am interacting and we go into what's called an emergency operations center, that's a value of mine. So every interaction that I have with every individual, so whether it be up in northern Alberta, in the province I live in, or down south, or down at Katrina, or in the boardroom as a project manager, every interaction I have is through the lens of respect, for example. So if there's no guideline around how to treat somebody, well, guess what? Respect is a good fallback for you. But not everyone has the respect as the value necessarily, but it gives you that clear direction, a lot more clear direction. And so it also creates a more committed team rather than a compliant team. And that's really, really important to recognize too, because as leaders, we want a team that's committed, not compliant. A compliant team is one that is ruled by rules. You will do this, otherwise thou shalt get into shit, or whatever. But a values-based leadership style, or a team or organization, the individuals you're really surrounding them with certain values. So again, let's use respect. If a team adopts respect as one of their team values, then it says, like I said, everybody is interacting with each other under the lens of respect, and that's mutual respect. And tomorrow morning, I'll be doing a long session for a national organization around respect and leadership and leading with respect. And so I wanted to really start the wheels turning for you there, moving more towards values-based leadership and mission-driven. So if you're finding yourself starting to put in more rules, the more uncertainty that you're facing, then you may want to pump the brakes on that and really step back, because what you're essentially doing when we're creating more rules is we're creating more restriction, we're creating more stress, we're creating less innovation. And if we're going towards values, yeah, it opens it up a lot more, but you're allowing people to be free to make their own decisions based on the values that you have set forth. And so I just wanted to tweak you on that. Along those lines too, I'm releasing a program next Monday, October 5th, and I'll leave the URL to sign up for it in the chat here and also in the description. But and it's designed, it's no fluff, it's no frills. The landing page is dirt simple because next week is all about tactics and tangible kind of concepts that you can use. And it's like entry level price. It's almost a throwaway price. Instead of giving it away, if you got a little bit of skin in the game, you'll kind of put a little more effort into it. Welcome to human nature. But part of the bonus, there will be a couple of them. One, next week, I'll be going live and doing Q&A. And then I'll be packaging the program up and distributing it more widely. But it's just open up right now just to Facebook followers and Instagram. But and then you also get in my Leading Through Chaos online summit. So I've recorded like 11 or 12 hours of interviews with crisis leaders from North America. But anyway, so I would encourage you to sign up. It gives you, we talk about values. We talk about remaining calm under pressure. We talk about setting expectations and good expectations. We talk about how to improve our listening, active listening, a couple of techniques. And again, it's no BS. It's not a lot of fluff or theory or anything like that. And it's literally called Leadership Essentials for Uncertain Times, a quick start program. So anyways, I just wanted to hop on and again, just start thinking about values-based rather than rules-based. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments here. Send me a DM or anything like that. But thanks for watching, folks.